Hi, my name is Melanie Williams. I'm on the Big Slice Music Show, and I'm very happy and privileged to be sat here with David Charlesworth, Jane Halliday from the clothing company Go Brutal, and Annette Hewitson, who works for the Barnabas Homeless Charity. Now, how did this all come together? I'm going to go over to David and Jane and talk to them a bit about what they're up to here. You have this fabulous clothing company called Go Brutal. So how did Go Brutal link with Barnabas?
Okay, can I take that one?
Yeah.
I was walking through town, like just going home from work, and I came across a homeless guy sat next to a bin, sadly. And I gave him £1 basically, and had a bit of a chat with him. And the thing that got me was, he said to me as I was leaving, he said, "Thanks for noticing me," and I thought that would just really touch me. And I thought it's more than just giving them food or giving them money, or do you want to exist and people notice them. So that's why we got involved.
That's amazing. I experienced a similar thing when a friend of mine who had been homeless said that the thing that really was the most painful was that nobody looked at them, nobody looked them in the eye. I know that you're doing a run of events up to a summer ball that I'm performing at, which is how I got involved. I'm one of the performers at the summer ball at Preston Guildhall on Saturday, and you've done a run of events starting apparently from Sunday, and today we're with Annette Hewitson from Barnabas. So can we go over to you, Annette, and could you tell us about the charity, the homeless charity, because I'm discovering this today myself.
Okay, well, we started 26 years ago with one man going out into Piccadilly with some sandwiches and a flask of coffee. And he'd been homeless himself in the past. He'd seen the people hanging around and just wanted to go and do something. So after a while, his wife started to go with him, then their friends from church started to go, and then they eventually bought a bus, hence the Barnabas. Because Barnabas, St Barnabas, means son of encouragement, and that's what he wanted to do, encourage people to move on in their lives and to get into housing, or just to have an easier, better life, really.
And how do you manage that? Because I know that obviously to end up homeless, there's certain things that these people have gone through, and to just take someone and put them into a house might not necessarily work if there's issues with psychological issues, maybe alcohol, drug issues, all of these taboos. I mean, I know that there must be other things that need to be in place with that.
Absolutely. Well, we begin by people coming into our drop-in centre. They might want some food or a shower or some clothes, so we provide all that in our drop-in centre. We also provide some activities to give people something to do. It kind of boosts their self-worth, their self-esteem. They might give them a bit more confidence to then move on to other things. But it might take months or sometimes even years for people to trust us enough to then help them to move on further. So then they might come and see a support worker. The support workers will find out what the circumstances is, why they're homeless, what's going on for them at the present time, and then work out from there the best way to help them back into accommodation, whether it's to go via detox or just put them in touch with mental health services, whatever is needed for them. Is this all, do you have to raise the money through charity works? Oh, yeah.
Is it not funded by the government, or how do you get the finance to do that?
Well, a lot of it comes from great people like these. We don't get government grants and so on. We have had some big lottery funding that was to help us to build the extension onto the drop-in, because the drop-in was getting far too small. It's still far too small, but it's as big as we can get it. And they also fund a nurse for us. So we have a nurse on site as well.
Yeah, because I know even just walking down from Piccadilly, I've seen some quite disturbing injuries of just walking outside. A lady's outside there with a big cut down her face and bruises, and doesn't look in a good state at all.
Yeah, well, the amount of times people come in and they've been beaten up, the sleeping bags have been peed on, just some drunk person going past them in the night has decided because they're sleeping on the floor they're worth a kick. Not worth a hello, worth a kick.
I know I was quite nervous. I felt quite nervous. I think you felt nervous.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it has been a big build-up for us. We are doing a week of events, but this is probably one of our favourites, isn't it? Yeah. Because we come out usually about once a month, once every 6 weeks, bring some of our gear out. Obviously, we're a clothing company, but we get loads of our customers and our friends donating, and it's quite heartwarming, really, to see there's great people out there. It's not all bad.
Well, I know that I was saying to the Big Slice of Nice music show that I thought that Go Brutal sort of represents the new business paradigm where and if all businesses ran this way, I think our society would be a much better place. I know that you've set up the summer ball, and it's almost like your passion, isn't it? It's everything that you've loved through your life, and they have literally set up this event. Tell us a bit about the event. I mean, just to go back though, I think they're doing something for their passion, something to showcase the brand, and then giving back to charities like Barnabas, and I know the Children's Hospices is a part of this as well, Martin House, Darien House and Francis House. So tell us about this event that enables you to do stuff like this.
We love everything retro. We always have done. We love the music when we were growing up. We love the culture, and a lot of what we do as a company reflects that in our website and in our humour. We wanted to do an event to help some of the charities that we work with, but to sort of bring that feeling back for people about what it was like growing up in the 80s and 90s. So a small idea we started with has it's snowballed a bit into a big event. So it's on Saturday at Preston Guildhall. We've got a variety of acts, including yourself, Melanie, who's kindly offered to come and help us out. We've got retro games machines on display. We've got Clint Boone and Rowesta doing us a set. Loads of DJs, loads of acts, and loads of really cool people. And we want to raise some money for, like you say, our children's hospices.
Yeah, and like DJ Dave Law that I'm performing for, he's donated some nice T-shirts and stuff, and I know it was a nice vibe even walking down the road to Barnabas, because they were saying, oh, what have you got in your case, and have you got anything cool in there for me, and I mean that makes us all feel good, and that's what inspired me to want to get involved as well.
You should go in and spend a little bit of time in there and talk to the guys. Some of the stories are amazing. Some of the guys are amazing. They put up with an awful lot, yet they still have such a great sense of humour. And so many of them just help each other out all the time and what have you. It really changes your perception of homeless people when you spend time in there.
Well, your face looks so radiant to me that even though you're dealing with such a stressful situation, and obviously seeing the darkest sort of things that go on in our society, as well as obviously it's some of the most inspiring things as well. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. It's I think when I first came to work at Barnabas, it felt like coming home for a start. Right. We're a family. We work as a family, and we hope that comes across to the guys that come and see us. And then seeing these guys, and when you see somebody that gets into a flat and they come in a few months later and they're all happy and they're starting to getting excited about things that they're buying for the flat, or starting to do some training for some work, or it's really great to see. You know, it absolutely does. It's quite amazing.
Sorry, I've only got one mic, and I want to whiz it round everybody. Well, we are going to be going out today. Are you coming with us?
No.
You're going to hold the fort. You're going to hold the fort. We're going to be going out. It's going to be an education for me. I've never done this before. My mother worked in the food kitchens, and she said actually that it was a wake-up call for her, because she was almost in the headspace that, I'm going to be doing you a favour almost. And she said it was really humbling, because people were saying, you've not done my eggs right, and I didn't want beans, I wanted bacon. And she was like, yeah, of course. Why was I thinking I just wanted thanks? And she sort of took herself in hand and realised, it was an education for her as well. So
there's something special about giving to other people, though, when you do it freely and you don't expect anything back. That's really cool. And a lot of the guys that come in never see that, so watching them realise that there are good people out there is quite a nice thing.
Then people will be noticed. I think that's where it starts and where it begins. And the people that are helping, as long as they're doing it for nothing in return, I think that's the main 2 points. And it's really good work you do. Is it a website that people can go to?
Yeah, we have our website, barnabasmanchester.com, and people could drop by anytime. Somebody will be happy to take them to the Bloom Street, New York pub right across the road.
I'm going to poke this in your face. I'm really happy that you're happy to talk to us. Could you just tell us, your name's Chris,
My name's Chris, yeah.
Would you be willing to tell us a bit about your situation and the problems you face?
I'm homeless because of the situation that I'm in, and I've been trying to get into various places, and I've been torn down saying about connections and everything else. So, but I was told if I get a doctor, it's a connection. So that's basically my line of it.
So you're in a catch-22 situation. You mentioned that without an address, you can't access. You can't
access benefits. Can't access nothing without an address. This is what they're saying.
And we're telling you that there's an organisation around the corner called Barnabas. And
didn't know you spoke to me about it, which I will go and see.
Well, that's great, because we've just been round there. I've been there for the first time myself, finding out about them, and that they apparently can assess your case, and they have a scheme over there that I hope can help you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to help. I'd like to get in off the streets, you know what I mean, because it's not good for my health. So it's not in any shape or form, you know what I mean.
And is it a chain of circumstances that has led to you being in this situation? Are you happy to talk about it?
Just the circumstances, just break up relationships and stuff, and right on the street, So I went out to the hospital the other night, and they sent me to a place which is for drinking drugs. Drinking drugs is not my problem. You know what I mean? It's to get in off the streets is my problem. And then I was told, because I'm disabled, that I come in under high priority, which I can't see any help coming.
You don't look like you've been put in a position of high priority at the moment. I really hope that Barnabas on Bloom Street, they've assured us that they're doing whatever they can to help people like you.
I'll definitely call with them. So if it's not today, I'll definitely call tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Chris, for being willing to talk to us. So, Annette, what processes do you have in place for getting people back into housing?
Well, first of all, we'll find out the circumstances, whether they're entitled to housing benefit and so on. And then we'll help them either into supported accommodation or maybe through our new bond scheme, which means that we promise to pay the deposit for somebody who in private rented accommodation. when people go on our bond scheme, they also get a lot of support put in place. So it may be that they come and volunteer with us, or they go to one of our projects. We have an upcycling furniture project and an allotment, so it might be that we ask them to come and do something like that. Or they might go and volunteer somewhere else. They have regular visits with support workers. Any support that they need is put in place to help them. So hopefully they'll get through, and during the time on the bond scheme they're encouraged to save up their own deposit for a flat, so then they can go on and do it all independently.
You've thought this through. It sounds amazing, rather than just, next. It sounds like better than the National Health Service.
It would be lovely if we could have a lot more people on the bond scheme, but because of the amount of work it takes, obviously, to put that much support in place for people, the numbers are still relatively low at the moment. Until we've got the money together to pay for more workers to help with it, it will stay that way. We have a lovely lady called Martha who does all the work, and a couple of volunteers that help her out. So hopefully in the near future we'll be able to get more workers on it. And
so there's only only a few people, enough money to pay just a few people, and then it's down to other people's charitable work that you depend on.
And we rely on volunteers anyway. We have about 70 volunteers at the moment who help out in one way or another in many different ways around here. It's always great. And corporate volunteers too, people come in, and it's just that thing of coming and spending time here, not only seeing what we do, but actually seeing the reality of life on the streets, as well as it's not just somebody that's like chose to be there or whatever. It's a person.
Absolutely, and a chain of events, and life is quite a challenge.
Absolutely.
As the grace go, I've felt one step near to the street myself, or one paycheck away from the street, especially in the music industry. And when you run your own business and you're self-employed. So where can anyone contact you, or anyone who feels connected to this and wants to help or needs help?
Mm-hmm. Well, on social media, if you look on Barnabas or Barnabas Manchester, you'll find us. We have our website, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So if you look on any of those, and there's also an app called streetsupport.net that tells you everything you need to know about all of the homeless services that operate in Manchester and what time they're open. And
fantastic. And if anyone wants to join this charge with Go Brutal and Jane and David, where can they get in contact with you?
Get in contact through Facebook or through our website, which is gobrutal.co.uk. I think donations are great, and we get plenty of donations from colleagues, customers, friends.
Tesco's, Morrison's.
Tesco's and Morrison's
kind
have been
enough
fantastic. What would be great is lots of volunteers, because what we've found when we've been going out is human contact is the most important thing. Like David said at the beginning, somebody noticing me, that's quite something, and that's what we like to do. So the more people that want to volunteer for us, the better. That would be great.
Yeah, so it's just not about the clothes. It's about, as always, about some human contact, some human presence, and some interaction. Yeah, positive interaction. Okay, well, wish us luck, and we'll keep you posted.
Right, we are still at the Rum 100 Music and Rum Festival, and I am with two artists, or an artist and a muse.
I would still consider myself an artist as well.
If you'd like to introduce yourself, artist and muse.
I'm Jenny McDonald, and I've just competed in the art battle, and now I'm waiting the results.
I'm Jasmine. I am the muse for Jenny. Her art is often based on me because she loves me, and we are waiting for the results, so that's it.
So who are you battling?
We don't really know.
I don't actually.
There was
not been introduced.
Is
it's
that
all
on purpose?
been kept very secretive, yes, and it's just been happening, no conversation. Although he did steal my scissors, that guy.
Has he still got them?
No,
because of the rain, we were made to sit very separate from everyone. But the European guy, came and introduced himself, the spray paint man, and he was dead nice. But actually, he just forgot loads of his equipment and was like, "Do you have any?" And that was it.
So what is it you're creating?
So I did a sculpture, a bust, sort of, but I only had 3 hours. Because I can't call it that, because it was actually just a head, like just a head with a thin neck that wasn't finished, with polymer clay, which is a clay that you can boil like a witch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I boil heads.
Put that on your CV.
It's an example of some polymer clay.
What the fuck?
What's that?
It's the clay. It's been in my pocket. Try and make something out of it. Go on. I'll hold this for you.
Cheers. Okay, what am I making?
What you can do.
Come on, it's penis colour. It's penis colour,
yeah.
So you have to make a penis, surely.
Oh, here we go. I've got a bit more if you need it.
Nah,
how big you want it to be.
Let's not be boastful, okay? Let's all be realistic.
Why? Are you just making the shaft, or what's going on here?
Hey, this is my first time. I've never worked with a penis before.
Well.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to, it's not working. It's a worm.
So it's very difficult to make.
That's what I use.
Thank you for that.
Use to make something that looks very much like me.
So how long would that take?
Usually I've been spending a few days on things like that, but we only had 3 hours, so it was a challenge for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy with the results, I think, because it looks human.
Before this time, you hadn't made anything in that amount of time, had you? It was,
No.
This is the first time she's ever done anything timed, so...
And would you work with that time limit again? Did you enjoy the pressure?
I genuinely, as I was doing it, saying maybe this is good for me because it looks, it what's the word? It turned into something much more quickly than it usually would.
Yeah.
Created something
Yeah,
very easily. Sorry, she just takes it away. Yeah, you did it very well in the amount of time. I was really surprised, to be honest.
I think I usually spend too much time looking and procrastinating, and it ends up just not even becoming something.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing art? Is that even a sentence?
Yes.
How long have you been doing art?
Well, ever since I was a little girl. I just graduated from Camberwell University, and I did 3 years there, and a year before that doing in Stockport.
Yep.
Foundation course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So artist-wise, who's the artist that you will go to and go, their work every time, stunning?
Well, yeah, Orlan isn't stunning. She's weird. She does plastic surgery as performance.
On herself?
On herself, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. But I'd say Iris Van Herpen.
Okay,
I like Iris
I'm a
Van Herpen.
Philistine. Tell me who that woman is.
She makes like 3D printed dresses, like really kind of like Game of Thrones or something even more fantasy than that.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. Have you
cool.
tried to work with 3D? Because it's getting cheaper. It seems like
The
everyone's
3D
getting one at home.
printing, yeah, no.
No?
I could have, but I didn't.
Okay, that's all right. So as a muse, I'm interested in the muse angle.
Of course you are.
So as a muse, what is your job?
So it's my job to sit very, very still, be very positive. No, not quiet at all. No, it's very important in all the things that Jenny has ever created about me. It's quite hard to follow it, to be honest.
Hold up.
Because Jenny will go, look left, and I'll go, and she'll go, a bit more.
So what we've started doing is just to go, right.
I do that with my dog. That is like, I don't want to be rude, but like as a vet,
kind of rude.
like I've seen vets do that with dogs. Whereabouts they do that.
Yeah, well, Jenny's been thinking about sacking off art to do veterinary work.
Wow.
So, you know,
You got the
the
finger
muse has
skills.
changed the game.
I was an artist, I was a vet.
She's terrible with animals, let's be honest.
Yeah. Then I sacked that off and I was like, no.
I can do
I'm gonna
anything.
do art.
But if you give Jenny something right now, she could make something out of it. Anything. Go on.
There's a
Give it to her.
challenge.
Right. You can't see anything, can you? Can you put that on the? Yeah. Go on. Make
There's
something.
that.
Bit of
Think
this.
what I've got in my pocket.
Bit of this.
I can't make something.
You can. Don't.
I'm just gonna drink it.
Let's not put you on the spot. So what would you say that? So what would you say, piss Ed? Hey! What would you say? Like, are you quite a self-critical artist?
Yes.
Okay.
I never feel like I finish something. So I'm quite happy with this, that I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Because you could just go on and on and on. Sorry.
Right.
You could just, yeah.
But I mean, but as you create something, and are you like doubting it all the time, or do you go, okay, I love this, and then you throw it away because you're done? Like, do you always look for your next project? Kind of like a musician.
It is just ongoing. Like I haven't like made a collection yet. That's my aim at the moment to kind of. That's why I've been just constantly working with Charlie Mucklow and doing faces and sculptures of people, figures, so that I kind of have a body of work that fits together. Because usually what I do is I'll make something and nothing really gets finished. I just can make stuff, so I'm just always kind of doing stuff. But
you're always looking for your next challenge, aren't you? Because you're always doing new things. So you end up doing like things. So she made a shirt made out of Rizzler papers, and it was like a business shirt. You could wear it, you could put it on your body.
That was
smoking
a lot of
jacket.
licking.
Yeah, smoking jacket. But you can literally do. She'll find anything and start again. But that means that you're constantly not finishing a collection. You're kind of carrying on, starting new things, looking for new inspiration, and seeing what you can.
I have too many ideas that I want to do, and then nothing actually ever happens.
That is literally.
Selling yourself here, Jenny.
Now I am, because this time I decided I'm gonna come and do the art battle, and I'm going to do that, and here I am, and now I've done it, so I've achieved something.
So how did you find out about the art battle?
Somebody sent me a post that they saw on Facebook, and so I just messaged the girl that did it and applied and said that I do sculpture, here's some of my work, can I be involved? And she was like, yeah, great, because they didn't have any other people doing sculptures. So I was different, but then I got scared because I would have really come and done a painting, because that's what I'm confident in doing. But because I said I'm going to do a sculpture, I had to.
But you showed her the link to your Instagram, didn't you? And then that's how she found out about what you can do and what you have done in the past.
Penny Jenny _ is my Instagram.
Penny Jenny _
PENNIJENNI _
Hey, spelling.
Yeah.
So that's great. So, I mean, do you do like commission pieces or?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I like to do, well, the most commissioned things I've done is portraits, paintings and drawings, and I'm quite good at looking at someone's face and creating it again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find how that's going to be useful in the world, but yeah, I can do that. So if anybody wants a commission,
go to Penny
Jenny.
Penny Jenny _ Instagram.
Yeah. Or add me on Facebook. Jenny McDonald.
The thing is, what's different for you is that Jenny can create a portrait that looks like a photograph with paint or with pencils and stuff, but that's not interesting to her now. So she's always looking for something that's kind of challenging rather than just something that you can already do, because you can just do it naturally, can't you? So.
Yeah.
She's just overwhelmed by all the compliments.
So you see, we're at a festival, and it's all about the music, and it's all about the rum. What do you like to drink when you're working? Do you drink when you work?
No.
That's okay. And like, seamless. And like, do you listen to music when you work as well?
To music when I listen to Nina Simone. That's what I did for my final year. I spent months pretty much isolated, and I made this big doll's house. So it's like a weird abandoned doll's. It's like I made my own environment, because I used bits out of my room and stuff like that, and listened to loads of jazz and Nina Simone, and did that for hours. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Cool.
Well, best of luck with the battle. I hope the other guys don't do well.
Fail.
Yeah, I hope they lose until I interview them and go, oh, you're amazing. I hope the other people lose. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Big Slice Music Show here on That's Manchester TV. I'm Paulo and I'm your host for the evening. Please get in touch with the show, #That'sTV at Slice Music Show on Twitter. An absolute champion of a show this evening. My guest on my left-hand side is Charlie Mucklow. She's a singer-songwriter from Rugby, now frequenting in Manchester. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
We had a great session this evening with you.
Yeah, it went well.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
So, I mean, you've been in Manchester since September.
Yeah.
you're getting your first taste of the Manchester music scene. How are you finding it?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah. Is it a lot different than rugby?
Yeah, there's more young people, and it's more country music than I've ever seen before in a music scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more in Charlton that for us, and a lot of gingham shirts and that. Yeah, and tend to not shave like myself really, so that's what they tend to do around there. So the first song we did in session this evening was
Sudden.
And
my
we'll do them
accent,
back to
no one ever understands what I'm saying. I have to go suddenly without the Lee, and then they're like, all right.
Yeah, the Manx will struggle with that one. Yeah, don't worry about it. But they'll get your music, that's the main thing anyway. Okay, we did them back to back though, didn't we, the two songs we did? So we're going to get our teeth into them. Check this out, this is Charlie Mucklow in SSR for the Big Slice Music Show.
Feel like getting out of town. Said some people I can't stand to be around. I'm seeing you in a new way, but it's not the place that you live. So it's not the place I wanna stay. My feet are trapped there in the ground. The more I try to move, I just keep sinking down. Help me out, give this a try. I promise I'm not a waste of time. Kiss me and I'll show you why. I knew you home were never too sudden, and I'll stay true as long as we're lovers. I know this love came fast to leave me in the dark. I'd do anything you ask, 'cause I knew you were never too sudden. My head's a mess now, yes it's true. So much going on, most of it is you. All I hear is your voice. I don't really have a choice, but I don't mind. It's how I like to waste my time. I see you often in my dreams. You're with me day and night, and often in between. Take my hand today, in your arms I wanna stay. This love's a game I wanna play. I knew you were never too sudden, and I'll stay true as long as we're lovers. And all this love came fast, believe me in the dark. I'd do anything you ask, 'cause I knew you were never too sudden. Fall into me like we did, like we're supposed to be, oh so easily. You were the word, my perfect stranger. Oh, our skins fall into love. Recently I've been so lost. It's all for you, my love. Knew you were never too sudden, and I'll stay true as long as we're lovers. We're lovers, and I know this love came fast. Don't leave me in the dark. I'd do anything you ask, 'cause I knew you were never too sudden. write my thoughts on paper. I'm not sure what I think. I wanna stay above the water. It seems we're destined to sink. 'Cause we could be real good lovers, but life got in between. And now you're in the middle of fate and your dream. But I am scared to fall in love with you, 'cause you leave me singing alone. And it's clear that we can't see this through, but it's not like I didn't know. You're worth my love, even just for a month, a week, or an hour or so. But I am scared to fall in love with you. I don't wanna be singing alone. Given me good reason to always occupy my mind. I'm not sure just what we're doing, but it's something that I like. You've got your plans, and baby, I've got mine, so let's leave it at that tonight. Here's to our perfect summertime. But I am scared to fall in love with you, 'cause you'll leave me singing alone. And it's clear that we can't see this through, but it's not like I didn't know. You're worth my love, even just for a month, a week, or an hour or so. But I am scared to fall in love with you. I don't wanna be singing alone. I'll be sad when we're through. I know it meant just as much to you, but I hope we'll be fine. Try and leave the past behind. With memories gone, it'd be a little easier to move on. But I'm not that strong, 'cause I am scared to fall in love with you, 'cause you'll leave me singing alone. And it's clear that we can't see this through, but it's not like I didn't know. You're worth my love, even just for a month, a week, or an hour or so. But I am scared to fall in love with you. I don't wanna be singing alone.
That was, of course, Sudden and Singing Alone by the lovely Charlie Mucklow. Beautiful songs, Charlie.
Thank you very much. I try.
So how old are them songs? Are they quite old?
Those two are quite new. I say, well, new, about 2 years ago. Yeah, my newer songs, yeah.
So what do you draw on for inspiration? Because it's such a nice melody in there as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're all, like, from personal experience and things that I've kind of gone through. They're both about a similar thing, well, a similar person.
Not an ex-boyfriend or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You look so surprised.
But it's such a great song, but a lot of people can relate to that, though, can't they? I mean, that's what there's a lot of music out there.
Situation, I think. A lot of people are
written from personal tragedy or love, you know, and great emotions, no matter good or bad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's easier to write about bad things. A lot easier.
Well, I'm not a songwriter, but I appreciate, you know, kind of, I should write. But so, for you then, what sort of music are you into then to bring that music together?
A lot of country music I listen to. My dad brought me up on a lot of country music. Brad Paisley and that sort of thing. Yeah. I listen to a lot of Ryan Adams now.
Because that's what you were saying off camera, that's kind of where you want to go.
Yeah, ideally.
With your music, you was kind of, I was talking about Nashville, and he's like, oh, I'd love to go there. Is that the way you want to kind of structure your music towards the countryside of music?
Yeah, ideally. I can't quite write how I'd like it to come out. Like, I think my songs are good songs. I don't think they're necessarily bad, but they're not quite where I want to be yet. But I'll get there.
So you're going to carry on gigging with them songs then? Because you've started doing a lot of open mics, haven't you? I know they've gone down really well from, you know, speaking to promoters and everything else. So what are you doing good? More open mics?
Yes, I'm trying to find some more, I'm trying to, like, branch out a bit, because I started off in, like, the Northern Quarter doing all of those open mics. And then I sort of met people there that have, like, lived here all their lives, so they know about all the other ones. So they're taking me to them. There's so many. Yeah. definitely, yeah.
So you got them, you know, we did them 4 songs this evening. Yeah. Is there anything else you're working on, like you're crafting at the minute?
I'm mid-writing my second EP. My last one was out last September. But I'm I'd rather get the songs how I want them rather than rush to release an EP that's not necessarily bad, but maybe not what I want to put out.
Yeah. Are you quite critical then? Do you work with anyone at all, or are you kind of your own worst enemy with regards to kind of just keeping hold of it? Because there's a lot of musicians just shelve the music and they don't. They're kind of so critical over it. They kind of just keep hold of it, don't they? Are you similar to that?
A little bit. I don't mind playing my songs, but again, they're not what I want to be seen as an artist. So I tend to play covers more than my originals because I can make them sort of more me.
Well, we're loving it tonight anyway on the Big Slice Music Show. We're going to cut to a quick ad break and we're going to come back in 3 minutes. This is the Big Slice. Go and get the kettle on. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Welcome back to the Big Slice Music Show here on That's Manchester TV. I'm still your host, Paul Owen. Unfortunately, I'm still here for the rest of the show. Fortunately for you, I'm joined by Charlie Mucklow still. Charlie, Change is another song we're going to play this evening.
Yes.
An old one, new one?
That's relatively new. I wrote it with a guy called Billy Lockett. Some people might have heard of him. He's a Midlands-based musician from near where I'm from in Rugby. And it's on my EP. It's a piano song, and it sounds dead lovely. Billy played the keys for me, and we used his piano track for the EP as well. So yeah, but I don't play piano, so I have to do it on guitar. It's quite different on guitar as well. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds very different.
So you're looking at collaborating then, if you're introducing piano into it?
I never used to do. I never used to write with people, but I've just met so many people, just in the past couple years that just songwrite. Yeah, and I've learnt a lot from other people.
Yeah. Is that influenced your songwriting? Is that kind of
definitely
rubbing off on you in the best way?
Especially since I've moved here as well. Yeah. Just I think because we're saying about a lot of people up here do play a lot of country music, and I've not really seen a lot of people do live country music from being back home because it's not really a thing there. Yeah. But it's like ideas for melodies and stuff. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I reckon we get our teeth into some more music. What do you reckon?
Go for it.
Let's do it. Fantastic. This is the Big Slice at SSR this evening. This is Charlie Mucklow.
Well, I know I'm gonna lose you. This love is just too good to last. Every day we're making memories, like our stupid journeys in your car. I've always been one for bad decisions. Yes, I make mistakes. Guess I've not changed as I've grown older. You're a bad decision that I'll make, 'cause it's not hit me yet. All the things you're doing and all the things you said, they've not quite clicked. Soon there'll be a time I'll see you only in my mind. Please don't live with regret. This is not the end of you and me. I'm starting to realize it's not hit me yet. I'm caught up in the confusion and the madness of it all. Falling fast was not intended, but I gave it no thought at all. I've never been one for excuses. No, I won't let chances pass. So every day I wake up next to you and fall asleep to the beating of your heart. 'Cause it's not hit me yet. all the things you're doing and all the things you said, they've not quite clicked. Soon there'll be a time I'll see you only in my mind. Please don't laugh with regret. This is not the end of you and me. I'm starting to realize it's not hit me yet. And though it hurts to be heartbroken, and there's nothing to catch me when I fall, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd rather love and lose you than feel nothing at all, 'cause it's not hit me yet. All the things you're doing and all the things you said, they've not quite clicked. And soon there'll be a time I'll see you only in my mind. Please don't laugh with regret. This is not the end of you and me. I'm starting to realize it's not hit me yet. But they keep going up. Don't wanna make you stay, 'cause it's only love. Make your own mistakes, I won't take the blame. Reading all the signs telling me to leave. Do you imagine life with or without me? Waiting at the side for you to change your dreams, but don't change for me, 'cause you are the only thing I know. So I won't tell you you're wrong, and you know I won't make you change your mind. But why don't you wanna save us? We can't leave this behind. You know I won't make you change your mind. Don't wanna make you change. Change. With so much left to save us, such a simple love. Your feelings are displayed, but they're not enough. I've tried to get away, but it's just too tough. 'Cause you are the only thing I know. So I won't tell you you're wrong, and you know I won't make you change your don't you wanna save us? We can't leave this behind. You know I won't make you change your mind. You can go, you can stay, I will love you all the same. Don't you know I would wait? 'Cause you are the only thing I know. So I won't tell you you're wrong, and you know I won't make you change your mind. But why don't you wanna save us? We can't leave this behind.
2 more cracking tunes.
Thank you very much.
It's great. They must be soaking it up in Manchester. You know, I know there's a lot of singers and writers, but you know, I mean, you know, we're about championing female artists on this show.
Yeah, there's not a lot of female singer-songwriters compared to guys, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Are you lapping up on the music scene? Was it well received when you were getting out there in Manchester?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people have been really lovely, and like just with like giving me advice and showing me other nights as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's some hit and miss ones out there, to be honest, and there's a few ropey ones. We won't mention them on it. I won't mention. So what's it like when you're going back home then? Because you're crafting your skill here in Manchester. You're amongst musicians all the time. You can't help it. You're in every pub, aren't they?
Yeah, you literally can't get away from them.
And you come to quite a city that's flagship in musicians and bands over the years. What are they seeing a difference in your tone in music? Is it kind of
a lot of people from when I go gig back home, they're like, "Oh, that's new." Yeah. And I'll be like, "What's happened to you?" And they say I picked up an accent as well, which I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. Is that going into your music? I don't know, that's a good thing.
What I've noticed is my songs, I used to say like last and past, and now I say last and pass.
Yeah.
But
it's down from there, Charlie.
But it's tragic because my lyrics from when I was younger, I'd rhyme things with past, and when I sing past, it doesn't rhyme anymore.
So you got to revert back?
Yeah. And I have to really think about it when I'm singing. It's a nightmare. Because otherwise it just doesn't rhyme. Yeah. It sounds dead silly.
Well, Charlie, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show this evening. Where's the best place people can find you? What's the best place to get in touch with you?
My EP's on iTunes and Spotify. My Facebook page, probably my most active social media. My YouTube's awful.
Right.
Don't go on YouTube.
Don't go on there. That's fine. That's fine. No. Okay. Well, Charlie, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio at SSR. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
This has been the Big Slice Music Show. I've been Paul Owen. It's time for a pint, isn't it?
Absolutely.